Hello, my name is Andy McLellan. I'm a training director and an instructor for the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency Renovator Certification course. Today, we're going to take a look at the new renovation rules and try to help you understand if and how these new requirements affect you. Back in 1992, the U.S. Congress passed and the President signed into law Title X. Title X gave agencies, including the EPA, the authority to study and develop regulations to protect children and adults from unnecessary exposure to lead or to lead hazards as they've come to be known. The EPA and other federal agencies like Housing and Urban Development, HUD, and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, did just that. And because of their studies, we've seen a whole bunch of new requirements for housing and workplace safety over the last 15 or so years. In 2006, the EPA completed a study of home improvement, repair, and building maintenance practices in homes built before 1978 and found that typical renovations do create lead hazards. Also, the National Association of Home Builders did a study and came to the same basic conclusion. As such, on April 22, 2007, the EPA released their rule that describes the process of regulating renovations in what is called target housing and child-occupied facilities. These are homes built before 1978 that are occupied or could be occupied by a child. Child-occupied facilities have a long and specific definition that we'll discuss in training. From these studies, the Renovation, Repair, and Painting Rule, known as RRP, was born. In 2008, the EPA issued specifics, including the responsibilities of home improvement contractors, handymen, and maintenance personnel to attend accredited training, obtain firm certification from the EPA, notify the owners, use lead-safe work practices when disturbing surface coatings in those target housing and child-occupied facilities, unless they prove it's not lead paint, that is, conduct cleaning verification at the end of the lead portion of the job, and maintain records on projects for at least 3 years. The EPA also makes the renovator responsible for training coworkers who do not have to attend the renovator training. The EPA only requires that a renovator take responsibility for compliance with the rule, be present during the work site prep and cleanup, conduct cleaning verification, and create files to document this. Most firms have decided to train 2 or 3 staff to make sure that an official renovator can be available when needed. The rule covers a lot of houses, daycare facilities, and schools. Basically a building where a kid being 6 years or younger spends 60 hours a year. The EPA estimates that approximately 38 million privately owned properties will be affected, and some 250,000 folks will need training for this. April 22, 2009 was the effective date, meaning that after April 22, 2010, if a firm isn't certified, they will be in violation of the rule and could receive fines that could reach $32,500 per instance. The first step in the process is training. Anyone who has already attended lead-safe work practices or lead abatement training is eligible to attend a 4-hour refresher course. That way you'll get a little credit for prior service. The required full-day training can be accomplished 2 ways, through this online course or in person at an EPA accredited training location. Those who take this online training will still have to attend 2 hours of hands-on training and take an approved exam. Firms will also have to apply for certification by submitting an application with a fee of $300 and wait for the official documentation to be sent back. Finally, renovators have to take care of training their own staff. The training goes into detail on that, along with the other EPA expectations under the rule. These new rules will have a positive effect on the health and well-being of children, families, and really anyone who may encounter lead-based paint. It's really a matter of dealing with the issue of lead exposure before anyone gets poisoned. You can do your part by attending training and adopting these lead-safe work practices as soon as possible. Thank you, and enjoy the other segments of this online training course.